Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn and Inspire. I am Hariram, mathematics teacher. In this video we shall discuss chapter 3 of class 10 mathematics, and this topic is already discussed in class 9 and few more topics to be learned in this chapter. Okay, so in this session first we discuss about key concepts of this chapter. After that we can discuss the introduction part and few more topics to be discussed in this video. Now before starting this introduction, so let us discuss key concepts. Okay, so what are those key concepts? The first one is we discuss about a variable. So all these already we have learnt in class 7, class 8 and class 9 also. So what is this variable? So this variable is nothing but a letter, or we call it as a symbol. Okay, so which can take various numerical values. That means the value changes. The value changes are called variables, and these variables are represented with the letters. So what are those letters? So we can take as a B, C, D, so on, X, Y, Z. Okay, so variable is nothing but a letter or a symbol. So it is a letter or a symbol. So which can take various numerical values. Okay, so which can take various numerical values is called a variable, or simply we can say that so the value which changes is called a variable, and it is represented by the letters A, B, C, D, so on. So example, I write this as a B, C, D, so on, X, Y, Z. Okay, so we can take any variables, any letters to represent a variable. Okay, so this is the first key concept before starting this topic. And the next keyword is so coefficient. So as we discussed this topic in class 9, what is a coefficient? Coefficient is nothing but the constant which is present before the variable. Okay, the constant which is present before the variable is called a constant. So for example, I take 5x square. So this is an example, 5x square. So what is the variable here? Variable is x. And what is the constant before the variable? Before the variable is 5. So we can say that coefficient of x square is 5. Okay, so the variable before, this is the constant before the variable. So this is the constant before the variable is called a coefficient. So I write this, the constant which is present before the variable is called a coefficient. Understood? So this is one example, 5x square. So coefficient of x square is 5 because the constant before the variable which is present before the variable is called a coefficient. Understood? So we'll see one more example, minus 7x cube. So what is the coefficient of x cube? X cube coefficient. So what is the constant before the variable? X. So x is a variable, and what is the constant before the variable? So that is a minus 7. So we have to represent the symbols also. Okay, minus 7 is the coefficient of x cube. Okay, so next key concept, so term. Term is nothing but it may be either a constant or a variable, or the product of a constant and a variable. Okay, so it may be either a constant. So for example, so it may be either a constant. So constant we can write any numbers, or it may be variable. So it may be either a constant or a variable, or product of a constant and a variable. So product is nothing but multiplication. Product of a constant or variable gives a 7x. Okay, so it may be either a constant or a variable or A product of constant and a variable is called a term. Okay, so it may be either a constant or a variable or a product of a constant and a variable is called a term. Okay, so simple definition, it may be either a constant or a variable or a product of a constant and variable is called a term. So example, you can see 7 is a constant, x is a variable, 7x is a product of a constant and variable. Understood? So next one is constant. So what is this constant? So constant values are nothing but which does not changes. So it is a fixed value. So fixed values are called a constant. Okay, so which have only one fixed value. Okay, so which have only one fixed value are called a constants. Okay, so constants are nothing but which have only one fixed value, so the value doesn't changes, are called a constants. So let us see one example based on this constant. So for example, 5y minus 7. So what is the constant here? So constant is minus 7 is a constant. Minus 7 is a constant. Okay, here what is variable? Y is a variable. And what is 5 here? 5 is nothing but a coefficient of a y. So you can see the constant before the variable, so here 5 is a coefficient of y, that is a variable y. So understood what is constant? So which have a fixed values, are called a constant. Okay, next one is expression. Expression is nothing but combination of terms. So here we have discussed about the term. So based on this we can define expression. Expression is nothing but combination of terms. So combination of terms by operation of addition or subtraction. In between the terms there will be an operation, so it may be either addition or subtraction. So combination of terms are called expressions. So I write here combination of terms by operations of addition or subtraction. Subtraction is called expression. Okay, so we'll see one example based on this. So 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3, here we can see here we have two terms. 2x is one term and 3 is another term. So in between these two terms we have an operation symbol, that is a plus. Okay, so let us see one more example. 4y minus 7. So in this expression we have two terms, one is 4y, another term is 7. So in between these two terms we have an operation symbol, that is a minus. Understood what is an expression? Okay, now so these are the key concepts before starting the introduction about polynomials. So from this now we can discuss about polynomials. Okay, now we come to the topic polynomial. So what is this polynomial? So polynomial is derived from two Greek words. So it is derived from two Greek words. One is poly, another one is a nomial. So whereas poly means many and nomial means terms. Okay, so whereas polynomial is having many terms is called a polynomial. So polynomial having many terms. So in another definition we have an expression with non-negative integral powers. non-negative integral powers. An expression with non-negative integral powers. So what does this non-negative integral powers? Non-negative is nothing but a positive. Non-negative is nothing but positive. Integral is nothing but a integers. So integral means integers. So that means an expression with positive integers. The power should be positive integer. Then only we can say that it is a polynomial. If the power is negative, so if the power is negative, then we can say that it is not a polynomial. So power should be always positive. Then only we can say that it is a polynomial. If the power is negative, so then it is not a polynomial. Understood the definition? An expression with non-negative integral powers. Non-negative is nothing but positive. Integral are nothing but integers. That means positive integers. Power should be always positive. So then only we can say that it is a polynomial. So let us see an example whether it is a polynomial or not. So 2x square plus 3x plus 4. So this is one polynomial. So polynomial is 2x square plus 3x plus 4. So here the variables are x. So here we have only one variable, that is x. Now so you can see the exponents or powers. So you can see the powers. Power in the first term, power is 2. So 2 is nothing but a positive integer. So in this second term, so there is a variable x and there is no power, so we consider this as a 1. So 1 is a positive integer. So 4 is a constant term and the degree of the constant is 0. So then we can say that, so here all the powers are positive integers only. So from this we can say that it is a polynomial. Understood? So all the powers are positive. Then we can say that it is a polynomial. So let us see one more example. 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 7. So this is the second example. We have to check whether it is a polynomial or not. So how many terms are there, ma? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between these 4 terms we have an operation minus plus minus. Okay. Now so in this polynomial, so in this expression, so first we check the powers of the given terms. So in the first term the power is 3, which is positive. In the second term power is 2, which is positive, and in the third term power is 1, so which is positive, and the last term we have a 0. So in all the terms the powers are positive. So in all the terms all the powers are positive. So then we can say that it is a polynomial. Okay. So another example. So another example, we take x square minus 5 by 6x plus 9. So x square minus 5 by 6x plus 9. Is this a polynomial? Yes. So we say that it is a polynomial. Why? Because the powers are positive. So here 2 is a positive and 1 is a positive. So from this we can say that it is a polynomial. Understood? The power should be always positive. Then only we can say it is a polynomial. So now I take one more example. Root x square. So root x plus 4. So root x plus 4. Is this a polynomial? So is this a polynomial? No. So we can say that it is not a polynomial, because root x can be written as x power 1 by 2. So root x, value of root x is x power 1 by 2 plus 4. So I write this plus 4. Now so exponent, so you can see the exponent is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is not an integer, so it is a rational number. So we can say that it is not a polynomial. Understood? So degree, that is power is not an integer, so we can say that it is not a polynomial. The next example, 3x minus 2 plus 4x plus 3. Is this a polynomial? 3x power minus 2 plus 4x plus 3. Is this a polynomial? No, it is not a polynomial, because the power of a term is minus 2. Minus 2 is nothing but a negative integer. So if there is a negative integer in the polynomial, then we say that it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial. So in the given expression, if the power is negative, so this is an expression. In this expression, the power is negative. So if there is a negative power, then we can identify it is not a polynomial. So understood? So these are the examples, so which are polynomials and which are not polynomials. So I hope you are clear about this definition of a polynomial. Understood? Next topic is degree of a polynomial. So what is this degree of a polynomial? So this topic is also discussed in class 9. So again we discussed this topic in class 10. So what is this degree of a polynomial? The degree of a polynomial is nothing but an expression having highest degree. Highest degree represents the degree of the polynomial, the highest power of the variable in the given polynomial. So we can say that the highest power of the variable in the given polynomial is known as a degree of a polynomial. So I write the definition: the highest power or degree, highest power of variable, the highest power of the variable in the given polynomial is known as a degree of a polynomial. So understood? The highest power represents a degree of the polynomial. So we'll see one example based on this polynomial: x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus 1. So this is a polynomial given. So what is the highest degree in the given polynomial? So you can see here we have 4 terms. X cube is one term, 3x square, 4x is the third term, and plus 1. So here we have 4 terms. Among all these 4 terms, so which of the term has a highest degree? So in the first term we have a degree 3, in second term the degree is 2, and the third term degree is 1, and the fourth term degree is a 0. So from this, which is the highest degree? Degree is a 3. So we say that degree is equals to 3. Understood? The highest degree of the variable. So here this is the variable. So highest degree is 3. So which is nothing but a degree of a polynomial. Okay. So we'll see another example: x square y cube plus x power 4 minus 3x square plus 5. Now you can see here we have a 4 terms: x square y cube plus x power 4 minus 3x square plus 5. So what is the highest degree of all the variables? So degree is, so here we have 2 variables and we need to add the powers: 2 plus 3, 5, and in the second term we have 4, in the third term we have 2, and the last term we have a 0. So what is the highest degree? So degree is a 5. Okay, if I add this 2 plus 3, we get a 5. So highest degree is 5. Understood? So what is the degree of the polynomial? The highest power of the variable. The highest power of the variable in the given polynomial is known as a degree of a polynomial. Understood? Next, move on to the another topic. So next we have types of degree of a polynomial. Types of a degree of a polynomial. So we have a few polynomials based on degree. So we discuss one by one. The first one is constant polynomial. So what is this constant polynomial? Based on degree. Based on degree, what is this constant polynomial? So constant polynomial is nothing but if the degree of the polynomial is 0. If the degree of the polynomial is 0, then we say that it is a constant polynomial. So you can see from the given polynomials constant term. So this is a constant term, and what is the degree of a constant term? 0. So here you can see 7, and 7 is a constant term, and the degree of 7 is 0. So understood? The constant polynomial is nothing but if the degree of a constant, okay, if the degree of the polynomial is 0, if the degree of the polynomial is 0, if the degree of the polynomial is 0, then it is a constant polynomial. So example, so we can write any value 7, 5, 20, -3, 2. Okay, so for all these constant terms the degree will be 0. Okay, so this is first type of a polynomial based on degree. The second one is linear polynomial. So what is this linear polynomial based on degree? If the degree of the polynomial is 1, if the degree of the polynomial is a 1, so if the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it is a linear polynomial. So what is one example based on x plus 3, 2x plus 4, 3x 3y minus 2. So these are the polynomials based on based on degree. So in the given polynomial the highest degree is 1. Okay, then we can say that it is a linear polynomial. If the degree is 1 in the given polynomial, then it is a linear polynomial. So next one is quadratic polynomial. So what is this quadratic polynomial? If the degree of the polynomial is 2, then we say that it is a quadratic polynomial. So we'll see one example based on this quadratic polynomial. X square plus 2x plus 3, 4x square minus 3x plus 7. So you can see in this given polynomial the degree is 2, highest degree is 2. So from these two examples we can say that it is a quadratic polynomial. Next one is cubic polynomial. So cubic polynomial is nothing but, so in a given polynomial, if the degree of the polynomial is 3, if the degree of the polynomial is 3, then it is a cubic polynomial. So let us see one example. 2x cube minus 3x square plus 2x plus 4. So this is one polynomial with the degree 3, the highest degree is 3. So from this we can say that it is a cubic polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is 3, then it is a cubic polynomial. So we'll see one more example. 7y cube minus 2y square plus 4y minus 3. So this is one more example with variable y of degree 3. So highest degree is 3, then it is a cubic polynomial. Okay, so here are the polynomials based on the degree 0, based on the degree 1, degree 2, degree 3. Now, so what is the general form of polynomial whose degree is n? So till now we discussed with the 0 degree, with degree 1, with the degree 2 and degree 3. Now what will be the polynomial with the degree n? So now we discuss about the general form of a polynomial with the degree n. So general form of a polynomial, so whose degree is n. Okay, so what will be the general polynomial? So p of x is equals to, p of x is represented as a polynomial in variable x, So I write the general form an x power n plus an minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x power n minus 2 plus so on, plus a1 x power 1 plus a0 x power 0. Correct, a0 x power 0. So this is general form of the polynomial whose degree is n. So an x power n plus an minus 1 x minus n x power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x power n minus 2 plus so on a1 x power 1 plus a0 a0 x power 0. So this is a general form of a polynomial whose degree is n. So here where an is not equals to 0, so an should be not equals to 0. The first term, this is the coefficients. So an minus 1, an minus 2, so on a1 a0. So all these are coefficients of the variables. Okay, I write here an minus 1, an minus 2, so on a0 sorry a1 comma a0 are coefficients. Okay, and x power n, x power n minus 1, x power n minus 2, so on x power 1 x0 are variables. So this x0 is a constant, x is power 0 is a constant. Understood? So you can see an minus 1, an minus 2, so on a1 a0 are coefficients, and whereas x power n minus 1, so here the degrees are decreasing, n minus 1, n minus 2, so on. So degrees are decreasing, so they are called variables. Okay, and whereas the last term x power 0 is a constant with the degree 0. So you can see the degree 0, so it is a constant term. Okay, now if an is equals to an minus 1 equals to an minus 2, so on equals to 0, that means the coefficients, all the coefficients is equals to 0, then p of x will be equals to 0. That means the total polynomial of the variable x will be equals to 0. So here if I substitute the coefficients, in place of coefficients if I substitute 0, so it becomes 0 into x power 1 is a 0, plus 0 into x power n minus 1 becomes 0, plus 0 into x power n minus 2 becomes 0. That means the whole polynomial will be equals to 0. It becomes p of x is equals to 0, and this is called 0 of the polynomial. This is called a 0 of the polynomial. So understood what is the general form of a polynomial whose degree is n. Next topic, value of a polynomial. So value of a polynomial is nothing but p of x is a polynomial in x. So if p of x is a polynomial in x and k be any real number, so k be any real number, then the value replacing x by k, so the value replacing x by k at x is equals to k. Okay, the value replacing x by k in p of x at x is equals to k. That means we have to replace the value of x as a k, so then we say that it is a value of a polynomial. Okay, so value of a polynomial is nothing but p of x is a variable in x and k be any real number, then the value replacing x by k, that means in place of x, so we have to substitute the value of k where k be any real number in polynomial x at x is equals to k, then it is said to be a value of a polynomial. So let us see one example based on this. So p of x is equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 2 at x is equals to 2. So that means in place of x, so this x is equals to 2 is a real number. Okay, now put x is equals to 2. So here we are replacing the value of x as a 2, and this 2 is nothing but a real number. So p of 2 is equals to 2 into 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus 2. equals to 2 into 2 square is 4 plus 3 2s are 6 plus 2. 2 4s are 8. 8 plus 6 plus 2. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. So this 16 is the value of the given polynomial. So here we are replacing the value of x as a k, where this k is any real number. So understood what is the value of a polynomial? So I write the definition here. If p of x is a polynomial in x and k is any real number, then the value replacing x by k, that means, so we have to replace the value of x as a k, where k is any real number in p of x. So we have to replace in polynomial x, then at x is equals to k, and it is denoted by p of k. So that means polynomial x, and this x is replaced by k, where k is any real number. So then we can say that it is a value of the polynomial. So understood what is the value of a polynomial? So this is one example based on a value of a polynomial. So next topic is 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial, and this topic is important. So what is this 0 of the polynomial? So 0 of the polynomial is nothing but where k is any real number, and this k is said to be 0 of the polynomial in p of x if p of k is equals to 0. So in polynomial x, suppose if I substitute any value in place of x where this k is any real number, and if the value is equals to 0 in the given polynomial, if the value is equals to 0, then we say that it is a 0 of the polynomial. If I substitute any value in the given polynomial, and if the value becomes 0, if the value is equals to 0, then it is a 0 of the polynomial. So generally we write a real number k is said to be a 0 of the polynomial p of x if p of k is equals to 0. That means if I substitute any value in place of k, and if the value is equals to 0, then it is a 0 of the polynomial. So we see one example. P of x is equals to x square plus 5x plus 6 if x is equals to minus 2. So if I substitute x is equals to minus 2, where minus 2 is a real number, okay, so real number, if p of minus 2 is equals to 0, then it becomes a 0 of the polynomial. So we'll check whether it is 0 of the polynomial or not. P of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. That implies minus 2 square is 4 plus into minus 5 2s are 10 plus 6. That implies 4 plus 6 is a 10. 10 minus 10 is equals to 0. So here the value of the polynomial is 0. If the value of the polynomial is 0, then we say that it is a 0 of the polynomial. So understood what is 0 of the polynomial? So these are the topics which are related to the polynomials, and based on this we have an exercise problem. So in the next video, so we can solve the problems from exercise 3.1. So I hope you all might have understood this introduction part. So if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.